to have the oath of office administered by Justice Stevens, who I was honored to have him do it. We stood there, and I looked across at Stevens, Justice Stevens, and Jill was to my left, and our 3 children. But I felt like there was a magnet pulling me down the mall. I mean this seriously. I don't know how to quite explain it. But as you look down the mall, you couldn't help but turn and look and see the most incredible sight I've ever seen in my life. There were literally hundreds of thousands, maybe as many as 2 million people.
Yeah, baby.
From where we stood in the Capitol to the Washington Monument, there were just a sea of people. And I had the sense, the overwhelming sense, that they were all in unison about one overwhelming instinct. They all knew, they all know, and they all feel like you do, that we do not have to accept circumstances the way they are. We can change them. And that's not a political slogan. You know, my colleagues in the Senate, and some of you in the Northeast know me relatively well, they're always kidding me about quoting Irish poets. They think I do it because I'm Irish. I am Irish, but that's not the reason. I do it because they happen to be the best poets. But folks, I've been telling Chris, John, and Teddy, and others for a long time, there's a stanza in a poem written by my favorite contemporary poet, Seamus Heaney, in a poem called The Cure at Troy, that I think represents the sentiment that I felt today, and that I honest to God believe lives in the hearts of the vast majority of Americans at this moment in history. And Barack's the right man to tap it. And here's what I think that sentiment is. It is in that stanza from the poem. It goes like this. It says, Heaney writes, history teaches us not to hope on this side of the grave. But then, once in a lifetime, that longed-for tidal wave of justice rises up, and hope and history rise.